during the SIT investigation, it has been found that no person or institution instigated confident groups CJ Roy to die by suicide. Sources in the SIT have said that there is no evidence found against anyone to register a case of abetment to suicide. There was allegations that he committed suicide due to harassment by the IT officials. Viewer sources in the SIT also said that there was no evidence for this allegation. There was also speculation that a diary belonging to Roy had spoken about pressure from the authorities, but the SIT has claimed that no such entry in the diary has been found. The SIT is in the assessment that there was no abetment to suicide. The SIT is examining what exactly is the reason behind CJ Roy's suicide. Viewers, so far the SIT is investigating the death, treating it as an unnatural death report. Viewers, it's a big revelation coming in from the SIT, who was investigating the suicide of CJ Roy. Now, there were speculations that a diary belonging to CJ Roy had spoken about pressure from the authorities, but the SIT has claimed that no such entry in the diary has been found, and the SIT is in the assessment that there was no abetment to suicide. Now, viewers, I'm being joined by my colleague Mohammad Wajihullah. Waji, thank you for joining. Waji, this is a major revelation coming in from the SIT. Now, the SIT says that there was no abetment to suicide. In fact, the diary, which everyone was talking about, stating that there would be some important and crucial entry in the diary, but the SIT says that the diary has no such claim. Waji.
Well, absolutely. The mystery around that CJ Roy continues to haunt because all this while in a phone conversation that his brother had done, he had blamed the IT officials for his death. And after that, a few days back, Confident Group's MD, Mr. Joseph, had done a press conference. It was the first press conference of the Confident Group after the death of their chairman. And in that press conference, he had reiterated and said that there was no such pressure from the IT department to CJ Roy. And CJ Roy was not somebody who would succumb to pressure like this. And this was not the first time there was any sort of IT raids that has happened towards him. And now the SIT has also, SIT sources have also somewhere or the other indicated that there are no form of coercion or instigation that was done by IT group. The team that had done investigation, was doing investigation, has done it in the past also. So the police still does not have a clear-cut understanding on what led CJ Roy shoot himself in his own office. Because from what we also understand, if you look at the scene of events, he calmly walked inside his office. A few of them say he looked worried, but then he met the officials, he signed a document, told them that he'll get a document, went inside the room, and then shot himself. Now, these things collaborate with what the SIT is also saying. Now, the SIT is also looking at a larger context of the other business dealings that he had, because in the last few months, from what we've understood, is that his businesses had not given him the yield that he had expected with his projects that were going on, and there was a few pressure from the investors also. So all these angles are looked into right now, and we'll have to wait and watch what comes out. But so far in the investigation, there seems to be no pressure, is what the SIT sources have told us.
Waji, are we picking anything from the family of CJ Roy? Because there were allegations that he committed suicide due to the harassment of the IT officials. But now the SIT says that there was nothing related to the abetment to suicide. And as you were rightly pointing out, that the SIT will start now focusing on the other angles which are related to the business.
So far, the family has not spoken yet, and since the last time we had a conversation with him, with the brother CJ Babu, he has categorically told us that he will not be able to speak to any member because he has been advised that the SIT investigation is going on, and speaking to media will not be helpful during the investigation. So far, the family has not reacted And this piece of information is as of now exclusive to us. After this, we might also again try to get a reaction from the family and see if they want to say anything with regards to that. But so far, the family has resorted to not speak to media. It was the MD who did a press conference the other day where he also reiterated the same thing, that there is no threat to CJ Roy. There was no instigation that was done by the IT officials.
Well, Waji, are we picking anything from the SIT regarding they were examining the 9-page handwritten note and other documents that were seized as part of the investigation?
Well, the 9-page note seems to be a big mystery because from what the SIT sources have said that these were notes from the documents which the IT department has in its hold, and whether there was any such death note or not. But so far, there is no revelation with regards to any death note or a 9-page note that was written to him. Yes, he used to have a diary, which was his business diary, where he used to write about the business dealings that he had or important points. But those diaries do not indicate with regards to what transpired in the last 15 minutes before he shot himself, or who was he speaking to. It was specifically with regards to business dealing. We'll still have to wait and watch what comes out of the investigation so far. As of now, there is no mention with regards to what was in the diary entry by the SIT sources.
Well, Waji, in this case, as per the reports, he was also consulting a psychiatrist as he was under stress. So has the SIT also recorded a statement of the psychiatrist?
Well, absolutely, yes. The SIT will surely speak to the psychiatrist also, because from what we learned is that one day before he shot himself, he had also consulted a psychiatrist nearby, and he was also going through a lot of mental pressure, mental trauma from the face of it, from his Instagram profile. All these were something that nobody had an idea of, but internally he was having a lot of conflicts with himself. He was under a lot of pressure. He was dealing with a lot of money also on the side, and most of his recent businesses seem to have not yielded the amount of revenues or profit that there was expected. But for CJ Roy, for somebody who
Okay,
is himself.
Waji, thank you for the inputs. We are running out of time, and thank you, Wajiullah, for adding inputs as far as the investigation in the alleged suicide of CJ Roy is concerned.